Hello, Bricks here, back with another video. Today we are going over my custom minifigures for the Symbiotes from Marvel's Spider-Man. So in this showcase we have Venom 2099, Carnage, Venom from the Venom 2018 movie, Anti-Venom, and Toxin. And yeah, I'll go over these from the worst to best, or like least detailed or most detailed, I'm not sure, but like whatever future me does. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so starting off we have it here is Carnage. As you can see with Carnage, before you say anything, these are cold stains, not anything else. I didn't have enough time before this video to clear code him, so like he's currently in this cold stain formation. Not formation, but something like that. So essentially what I did here is I used a red Lego base. I painted him flag red. Well, I sculpted on his head and his torso. Then I painted on the lines. This is like one of my first symbiotes, so please ignore how sloppy it is. Sculpted his hands. One's better than the other, obviously. Then I sculpted his legs to give him more of a tendril-like thing. It's harder to see because you know how much paint and stuff's on it. His head is completely sculpted by me, inspired by the moose figs. I'll try to remember to link them down in the description below. Then I painted on all the black lines on his body. Unfortunately, they're going the wrong way. They're supposed to be like this way, but instead I made them horizontal, maybe, or vertical. I really don't remember which way it is, but like one of those two. I made them going up and down instead of vertical. I think that's how it is. Sideways, sorry. Yeah, painted on his toes, as you can see here, with black paint. Sculpted his legs, torso. His head is sculpted. I don't remember exactly how I made this, but like I feel like I could probably improve on this because his head is really sloppy. But I still want to glaze him and remake him because, like, history, I guess. But yeah, that's essentially it for Carnage. And I did do details on the back because, I used to do that, honestly. Now I get kind of lazy and don't do the back, which is kind of, lazy, but yeah. Typically how it goes. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, next one we have here is Toxin. He is really old. I made him like a long time ago, but this was originally a contest entry that I unfortunately didn't make it into the contest in time, maybe. But yeah, this full minifigure is sculpted by me, 100%. And I use green stuff. Wow, this is really bad lighting. But I use green stuff. Sculpted all his details. For his head, I sculpted that symbiote alien look. Then I dry brushed it in multiple reds and blacks. And his torso's half red, half black, essentially. Then I painted on his black eyes with, well, white pupils. Sculpted his teeth and painted the teeth on the bottom and gave him his tongue in pink. Sculpted all of this Venom detail. I wish I could still do this nowadays, but I kind of get lazy and forget to. Or just don't feel like it. So I might go back to roots, I guess. But yeah, I made a 6-pack, but I think I made it too big, maybe. No, it's fine. It's just like one part's chipped too, well, I didn't do it evenly. Then inside of his mouth is painted in black. This is still one of my favorite figures to this day, but not my favorite one in the showcase. Well, it's the second favorite in the showcase. But yeah. And the back is just basically a continuation mostly, except it's sloppily applied. Yeah, I know it's bad, sorry. But yeah. Essentially, that's basically it for Toxin. Let's move on to Venom 2099. Alright, so those two roughly fit in the same boat. So Venom and Toxin basically go in the same boat. Venom 2099 and Toxin. So this one's actually posable, but I need to glaze him down so he can keep his paint and stuff. Essentially, I used this real blue or navy blue from Apple Barrel, and I used, what is this called? Bright blue from Apple Barrel. Painted all of the veins on them. I used gloss white for the spider on front and back. This was back in a time when I was taking heavy inspiration off of Sonic Lego Customs. In the mix between the Venom movie too, because I didn't want this being plain. And shout out to my followers on Instagram that that suggested me doing the veins and stuff, because that actually made this one of my favorite figures. I painted on a spider a little bit sloppy around the right area, but still looks good. I sculpted his head. Originally this was painted, but I felt like I was copying Sonic Lego Customs too much. But then I remade it, and now it looks a lot better. I sculpted the eyes, the teeth on the top and bottom. And I gave him his white skull look that's fading away a little, with white and sun-kissed peach on the teeth, and red for the eyes, real red or something like that. Yes, I plan to glaze this down so he doesn't, chip anymore. But yeah, that's essentially it for Venom 2099. Let's move on to Anti-Venom. Alrighty, so Anti-Venom. He has a small chip in his mouth, so please ignore that. Essentially what I did with him is... Oh, I forgot to mention this with Venom 2099. I sculpted his arms, his head, but instead on Venom 2099, I sculpted the Anti-Venom's torso, even though it's inaccurate. But yeah, I used white parts, I'm pretty sure, or it's just glazed with white. No, I used white parts. Let's check. Yeah, I used white parts, sculpted on it, mostly white parts, and I sculpted on it. Then I painted on the spider right here. Gave him the continuation of the spider. I mean, this spider's alright. It's just hard to paint on white, honestly, because white is so clunky. You hear a lot of customizers saying that. It is true, honestly. There's a spider on the back, pretty sloppily made. I know, I'm sorry. His head is where most of the details come in. I sculpted his, jaw that's, dripping open, I guess. I really don't know how to describe it. I did it like that, and I painted on his black outline for his face. Well, it's essentially Venom 2099, but, the opposite colors. Venom, but the opposite colors. Give him the orange eyes and a pink mouth. He still has teeth in there. It's just really hard to see, but he does have teeth in there. But it's really heavily painted over from the paint and stuff, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it for Venom. Anti-Venom. Let's move on to the 2018 Venom. Alright, so starting off with the 2018 Venom, probably the simplest out of all these figures. I'm just going to breeze right through him because he's the easiest, honestly. So essentially, what I did was paint him gloss black. And I used a mix of silver, grays, and whites for his veins. Mainly silvers and gunmetals and, well, I just said that. Basically, all the dark, I don't know how to say this. Darker grays and lighter grays and a little bit of white. His torso arms were sculpted by me. No sculpting on the legs. I do have some veins on there. And his head is completely sculpted by me. I gave him the Venom eyes that he has in the movie. They're way different than the comic ones mostly. And I gave him his gums with his teeth. Which don't look too bad, but he has a little bit of a big long jaw, honestly. Essentially, that's it for Venom 2018 version. But yeah, let's move on to the conclusion of this video now. Alright everyone, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you liked any of these customs in this video, comment down your favorite one down below. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.